Namaskar, everyone. To everyone who is in the hall, and to all of those who are joining online, a warm welcome to our healing circle this afternoon or evening, depending on where you are. My name is Shri Devi, and of course, it is a great joy of mine to be able to share this space and this evening with all of you. And one of the greatest blessings and the gift that we have is engaging in this field together, sharing this sacred space, not only opening ourselves to an experience of working with the body, the deeper energies inside that drive the body, but opening ourselves to that healing field. And of course, the first segment will be for meeting the body, rejuvenating, and really attuning ourselves to that deeper healing space. This will be followed by our Reiki segment, which is that tapping into that beautiful field, feeling the energy flowing through our palms, and being able to influence the entire body. And a big blessing in our space is to be able to experience the chanting of Shiva Mahimnah with Guruji, followed by a little inspiration and meditation as well. So I want to thank all of you for being a part of this space. Although you may be a little bit far away joining us online, your presence is felt in this space. When we bring all of our attention into this field, here is where we meet each other once again. So as we begin, I'm inviting everyone to please have a seat, get comfortable as you sit. And let's start by closing our eyes and turning our attention inside. Here is our opportunity to let go of any thoughts of the day so far and see if we can tap into this energy of newness in this moment. We can do this by following the breath. Inhaling deeply and gently. Exhaling slowly and completely. Now, as we do this, we begin to open ourselves to the deeper energy inside. We feel a sense of peace in our space. And maybe at this time, the body already begins to become engaged. So from the toes, we start to feel this feeling of being relaxed. Coming up to the legs, the seat as we sit, the stomach as we breathe is gentle, relaxed. Filling ourselves into the chest, into the upper chest as well. Taking the breath even higher and already starting to influence the mental space. And as we exhale, feeling the breath gently coming down. And letting go of any tension as we exhale. Now, as we continue with our breathing, we tune ourselves even more into the body. Just noticing how we feel. Allowing our awareness of the body to show us where needs a little bit of attention. And we use these opportunities that we have through these practices to infuse the body with healing, with love from our heart space, and openness. Now, as we begin, we start to hold each other in this field. Although we are sitting individually, we are doing this completely together. Our minds and our hearts are in sync. And here is where we invite the divine into our field, the masters of the light, our own guru, and the masters who open us up to this healing field. We ask for their blessing as we go through the practice. Now, as we prepare to engage with a little bit of movement, but deeply focused with a lot of heart and awareness, let's take a few deep breaths and then exhale through the mouth. Gentle out breath. Okay, and let's do one more. And relax. Okay, so namaskar again, everyone, and welcome back into this space. So now that we are a little bit more aware of what is happening inside and the body, we'll begin to engage in these practices. So today, I have my chair, and we will engage in a little bit of chair yoga. But before we begin, a good way to really energize the body is with a little bit of pranayama, but we can do that sitting down. So pranayama means the regulation of breathing, or that life force energy. And as we know, it helps us to feel refreshed and allows us to open up not only in the cells, but to take in more oxygen to prepare the body and to refresh us a little bit more. So we'll begin by sitting up nice and tall. And with a few moments, we can really get a good posture as we sit. So we relax the palms down on the knees. Let's pull the shoulders back. Okay, engage the abdominal muscles so that they are together. We have a nice strong trunk. Okay, and to reinforce this even more, if we're trying to even improve our posture, we'll begin with a few rotations of our shoulders. So we inhale, bringing them up. Exhale back and down. Let's continue. Okay, and as we do this, yes, we are engaging our shoulders, but the entire body must also be involved. So this is a way for us to pay attention to the direction of the toes, feeling each edge of the foot on the ground, and being really conscious of our body. And we go nice and slow. Okay, and in the opposite direction. One more and relax. Okay, perhaps you feel a little bit taller, a little bit more upright. And that's exactly what we want as we engage in our breathing. So let's go ahead and bring both of our palms up to chest level. And we'll start with what is called our cleansing breath. Deep inhale through the nostrils and a really forceful exhalation through the mouth. We pause before continuing with the inhale again. Let's do this together. Let's start with an exhale through the mouth. Okay, bring the hands down with a little bit of tension. Deep breath in. And exhale. Very nice. Let's continue. Again, the entire body becomes engaged. Really squeeze the air out. Let's do 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Let's take a deep breath in. And a relaxed exhale. Deep breath in. And relax, okay? Before we continue, it's a good opportunity for us just to observe what is happening inside. So again, although we are moving the body, engaging in the physicality of the body, an entire subtle energy system is what's really driving the body. So even as we do these exercises, can we feel that happening? Can we notice the energy flowing inside? Okay, so starting to engage with the body a little bit more. So here we can go ahead and bring our toes and heels together as we sit. And what's really going to help us not only open the chest, but start to take in a really healthy amount of oxygen into the lungs is by extending the arms up, looking up, and really elongating the chest using the support of the chair. So again, situate yourself so that you feel grounded on the seat. We'll go ahead and start with the right hand just against the side of the seat for stability. We take a deep inhale, bringing the opposite hand up. And we go ahead and bend. Now my gaze is looking up towards the lifted palm. We try to bring the shoulders in line with each other. Relax the other shoulder back and down. And let's breathe. Deep, deep breathing into the belly. Of course, the heart is still engaged. Okay. We slowly come up, Relax this hand down. Okay. Just observe the difference in both sides. It's quite a deep stretch, but again, the benefit is that we have the stability of the chair to help us bend a little bit more. So let's do this on the opposite side, grabbing a hold of the seat of the chair. Okay, relaxing the shoulders back, that's very important. Let's go ahead and engage the opposite arm up. We bend, open up the chest, and let's breathe. Beautiful. Slowly relax the hands. Okay, we can place them just onto the top of the knees for now. And again, just observe the level of openness in the chest. Now remember, all these exercises that we're doing, there's something so much deeper that really influences the body. So can we treat our body with focus, awareness, and a lot of love in our space? These can be seen as simple exercises, but when you really open the heart into the experience, something simple can go a really long way for improving how the body feels. Okay? So coming a little bit more towards the back of the chair, so that we arch the back with the shoulders towards the top of the chair. The abdominal muscles are knit together. Okay, we can keep the toes and the heels together and also the knees. So as we do this, we're creating a nice little arch in the back. The entire body becomes strong and engaged together. Now we're going to go ahead and engage both hands up into a little back bend. And again, the benefit here is using the top of the chair to help us to bend. So we're going to hold here, arch the back, looking up. Okay, and let's breathe. You can experiment with how far back you go. Again, this is a really beautiful opening for the chest and the heart. So we keep the face relaxed. The mood is soft and engaged. Let's continue to breathe. Beautiful. Slowly coming forward. And now we are going to place both palms, if we can, next to the toes. You might have to adjust a little bit on the chair, and that's okay. Bringing the forehead down for a beautiful counter stretch. So we allow the shoulders to be down and relaxed. Allow the forehead to also be relaxed. We feel the abdominal region against the thighs. Okay, and we are slowly going to come up and relax. Okay, now to make this a little more interesting, here we are going to combine the use of vibrational sound or healing. So in the same way that we have the syllables of the Om, A, U, Ma, when we chant these, not only does it resonate deeply into our cells as we do those exact same stretches, but we are coming down to such a deep level of healing within the cells that is aligned to the cosmic energy as well. That's why we chant in Sanskrit, but giving attention to these sacred syllables also as we move and breathe, okay? So we are coming back into that back bend and allowing us to let go, to open up in the chest. We will use the sound of ah, okay? And we're gonna do this together 3 times. Feel free to open up the voice, to sing, to be loud, and that's okay. That helps us to release and also tap into this area. So adjusting ourselves on the seat again, moved a little bit forward, having that nice arch in the back. Let's go ahead, engage both arms up. Okay. Try to relax the shoulders down. And as we do this, now we are going to chant that ah sound. Let's take a deep breath in. Let's continue. Feel the resonance in the body. Slowly relax the hands, we come forward. Now with palms facing up, we're going to chant the ooh sound. Okay, let's take a deep breath in. Notice where you feel these vibrations. Ooh. Okay, now coming forward again, let's place the palms next to the toes, relax the shoulders, relax the head down. And here we are going to use the chanting, feeling the vibration in the chest and the lower body. Let's begin. Now let's slowly come up. Okay. Now before we engage with our alternate nostril breathing, since we had a nice back bend, beautiful forward fold, let's come into this feeling of a twist. But before we do that, just notice how you feel after those beautiful vibrations. I see a lot of wonderful smiling faces, and I'm sure that we can feel that effect really deep, not only into the physical, but also in the energy as well. Okay, so let's continue, coming a little bit forward on the chair. This allows us to have a nice sense of space behind. So we're going to bring both hands together. Fingertips close to the chest. Let's take a deep inhale. Now as we exhale, we turn to one side. One hand comes down, and the hand comes behind and grabs a hold of the top of the chair. Let's try to keep the knees, the toes, and the heels together. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Okay, we are looking behind. And let's breathe. Try to keep the shoulders down and really have a nice, tall, elongated spine. Okay, slowly returning back to the front. Let's take a deep breath in. And now we exhale to the opposite side. Remember, with every exhale, we relax a little bit more. Okay, slowly coming back to center. Okay, now engaging into our alternate nostril breathing. So we go ahead and bring the thumb and the index finger together of the left hand. Okay, 3 fingers remain together and just resting comfortably on the thigh. With the right hand, okay, we drop our index and middle finger, and here we are going to use our thumb and ring finger to navigate both sides. So this is a deep, subtle energy breath. So we close our eyes and begin by closing our right nostril. So let's begin by exhaling through the left. Let's inhale through the left side. We take a little pause. Exhale through the right. We pause again. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. And exhale through the left. We release the mudras. Let's go ahead and bring both of our palms into our heart. Just coming into the space of gratitude for the blessing of being able to share this space together. for tapping into the body, preparing ourselves for that deeper healing field. And in gratitude to the Masters of Healing and our own Guruji for inspiring these practices and our journeys. Om, peace, peace, peace. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me in these practices. I hope that you feel a little bit more refreshed. Now I'll hand you over to Divya for our Reiki segment of our evening. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you again soon. Namaskar.
Namaskar, everyone. And thank you so much, Sridevi, for that very energizing session. My name is Divya, and I'd like to welcome all of you, those in the hall and those who are viewing online, to our Reiki segment. But before we get on to our Reiki segment, I just want to say that energy, in order to have vibrant health, energy needs to be moving, flowing, crossover. And I know we had a wonderful session where Sridevi would have stimulated the energy to move and to flow. But I just want to add, before we start the Reiki segment, just a couple more techniques for us to do so that when we come to do the Reiki segment, the body will be able to receive that energy and help it to flow more into the various spaces, to be able to cross over, to energize the different parts, to help the toxins be removed. So I just want you to sit very comfortably. And we are going to start with the 4 thumps. So you can just follow my lead with these. So I'd just like you to thump on your cheekbones. And this helps us to ground in the body. Now let's do a few thumps now, just under the collarbone. And this helps to increase our vitality. And in the center of the chest, we have the thymus gland. And this increases our immunity, helps to build our immunity system. And just below the breast to the side, thumping here helps us to metabolize any toxin that there might be in the body, and also the food. Right, now we just shake our hands off. And now we will do the crown pull. So we bring our fingertips to the center of our brow and we pull all the way to our temples. Then we go to the hairline and we do the same. We pull, and what this does, it opens up the skull. It creates a space in the skull, and we go all the way along the center path, all the way down to the back. And this helps the energy to flow. It helps the blood to flow, the lymph. We come all the way down to the back of the neck, by the shoulder, and we hold, we grip the shoulder. Take a deep breath in, and on the out breath, we let go. Let's shake that off. And now we'll do a crossover. Energy is meant to cross over. So let's grab our shoulder and let's pull the energy to the other side. Let's do it with the other hand. Pull the energy. One more time. Right. Shake that off. Now I'm sure your head feels lighter, there's more space, the energy is flowing a little bit more. So now we come to the Reiki segment. So let's bring our hands in Gasho, which is the prayer position. Fingertips touching at the heart. And let us center within. Take a few deep breaths here as we connect to that deep peace, love, and let us feel that flowing through our body. And at this point, let's reconnect to the Masters of the Light, to our beloved Guru, to our higher self, guardian angels, as we ask for their guidance, their blessings for our session this evening. And let's just take one moment to set our intention for our healing. We pray for the healing for all. We pray that the whole world will be healed. Now let us offer that intention to the Divine as we lift our hands to our third eye. And on the out breath, let's bring our hands back to our heart. Now focus your attention to the palm of the hands and feel that energy, that Reiki energy, flowing from the heart space down the arms and through the palm of the hands. Now focus on the crown of the head and just imagine the divine white light flowing from the heavens and imagine at the top of the head there's a flower with the petals opening. And this divine light is flowing through those petals into the crown, into the head. And this light connects us to our universal self. Now let's bring our hands to the back of our head. As we send that Reiki energy to the brain, and we stay connected to that divine white light that is continuously flowing from the universe. Now let's spend a few moments here staying connected to our heart, where the divine Reiki energy flows. Stay in the present moment and be aware of the energy. Feel it flowing to the brain cells. Feel it filling all the spaces in the head. Moving to where it's needed, bringing healing to us. And if the mind wanders, bring it back, because energy flows where the attention goes. Now let's slide the hands over the ears, covering our jaws. And just imagine the divine white light moving further down into the jaw, into the nose, into the air. Combining with the Reiki energy flowing from the heart. And let's just bring the hands to cover the face, fingertips touching at the third eye. As we send that Reiki energy to our eyes, to our sinus, let's bring the hands to the throat, cup in the throat. And here we have our throat chakra, our center of communication. It's a place of self-expression. And visualize the divine light traveling further down to the throat. Let's move our hands to our shoulders. Let's hug our shoulders. As we feel that Reiki energy flowing from our hands to our shoulders, releasing all tension, all burdens that we carry around. And feel the space being filled with light. As we visualize that divine white light flowing even further down to our shoulders. Now let's bring our hands to our upper chest. Fingertips touching at the center. And here we have our upper lungs. Let's see that Reiki energy flowing from our heart, down our arms, through our palms, to the upper chest. Fill in the lungs. Now let's bring our hands a little lower, just over the breast. Here we have the breast, we have the physical heart, our sacred heart. And see that divine white light flowing even further down into our heart, merging with the Reiki energy. Bringing healing to ourselves, to whatever emotions that are stored here, negative emotions. See them being transmuted. See them being dissolved. And in its space, there's love and compassion, forgiveness, for ourselves and for others. And bring the attention back if you find it wanders off. Now let's bring the hands just under the breast area. Here we have the diaphragm, the lower lungs, and visualize that divine white light moving further down to this area. Bringing healing, wherever it's needed. And let's just bring the hands a little bit lower down to the navel chakra, the Manipura chakra. And this is our power center. And let us power up this area with that divine white light, with Reiki energy. And be aware of what is happening, what you're feeling, whatever needs to be released, let it go. Release it into the light. Whatever does not serve you anymore, it's time to let it go. And feel that Reiki energy moving around and inside of the organs, removing the toxins, removing whatever negativities are stored. know that healing is taking place. You can pray for it. You can affirm it. I am healed. I am healed. I am healed. And just imagine the organs in this area. They're so happy for your attention, for your love. Just see them smiling. And you can smile at them. They pick up whatever you are thinking, whatever you are feeling. They can feel it too. Now let's bring our hands a little lower down to the pelvic area. And just visualize that divine white light moving further down into this area. Meeting with the Reiki energy flowing from our heart. And bringing healing to all the organs in this area. Now let's move our hands now to the back, at the waist. Still connected to that divine white light. Still connected to the Reiki energy. Let's intend that this energy flows to the spinal column. Let's see it flowing. Let's feel it flowing down to the tailbone, up the spine, and to the base of the neck. And just see this energy flowing throughout the nerve pathways, throughout the body, bringing healing to the nervous system. Now let's bring our hands to our hips. And just connect to the bottom of your feet. In your mind's eye, just see the energy flowing from your hands all the way down your legs to the bottom of your feet, and then moving all the way back up to your hands, creating a circuit. You can visualize this, you can intend this, you can feel this. Just see the energy running all the way down and back up. Now let's bring our hands, shake our hands off. With love and gratitude in our hearts. Let's feel that love again, flowing through the palm of the hands. Focus on the palm of the hands and feel the energy flowing. And now, let's lift our hands, palms facing forward towards our prayer box. As we send our love, our healing energies, our prayers to all the requests that are held in our box. Let's also bring to mind those that we know who are in need of healing. We can also hold our world in our mind's eye. And let's send our healing energies towards all. We pray for healing and enlightenment for all, for our whole world, and for ourselves. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all see only auspicious sights. And may no one ever suffer sorrow. Om, peace, peace, peace. You can bring your hands back down. Thank you so much, everyone. And with all the love and gratitude in our hearts, let's open our hearts to welcome our beloved Guruji. Namaskar, Guru. And Guru is going to take us through the rest of the evening. Thank you. Namaskar, everyone.
Namaskar everyone, and a warm welcome to our evening chant, Shiva Mahimnah Stotram. And just to say that it's a spiritual exercise. And what do we mean by that? It can take you to a deeper connection with the divine inside of you. So you're not just chanting to somebody outside of you. You're chanting with that God inside of you. The power of the God is inside of you. You're chanting with God's power. And when you begin to realize it, it deepens your connection with that God power inside of you, which we so need in our lives today, to guide us, to lift us, to lead us in the light, and to help us through difficulties in a lifetime. So we need to be in connection or in communication with that God within. And this chanting helps us to do that. Every time we chant, it is that we are tapping into that divine power inside of us through the voice. And when you really begin to feel the presence of God within you, the voice will be different, your feelings will be different, and your connection to that God will feel different. So that's what I wish for you in this evening as you chant with me, to make that divine connection with God within you as you chant. That's the most beautiful thing about satsang when we chant together. So we'll begin with this beautiful evening chant, and let's join together with our voices. For some of us it might be a little difficult, but still chant. And you may not get it correctly at the beginning, but certainly it'll come to you. When you use your voice, the vibration of the voice influences every cell in your body. It energizes the body positively. So let's have the experience of this chanting this evening. Join me. Om Namah Parvati Pataye Hara 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 Mahadev Gajananam Bhu Taganad Sevitam Kapetha Jambo Phalcharu Bhakshanam Uma Sutam Sho Kavinashakarakam Namami Bhigne Shwarapada Pankajam Sri Pushpadanta Uvacha Mahimnah Param Te Parama Vidusho Yajya Sadrishi Stutir Brahmadina Apita Davasanna Stvayigiraha Mama Pyesha Stotre Atita Pantanam Tavacha Mahima Vadmanasayo Atadvyavrityayam Chakitam Abhidhatte Trutirapi Kati Vidhaguna Kasya Vishayaha Padetwar Vachine Madhuspita Vachaha Paramam Amritam Nirmitavatas Tava Brahman Kimva Apisura Gurur Vismaya Padam Petam vani gunakatana punyena bhavatah punamityartesmin tavaishvariyamiyataj jagadudaya raksha pralaya krut traivastu vyastam tisrishu gunabhena sutanushu masmin yamaramanim vihamtum vyakroshe kimiha kim kaya sakhalu kimupaya tribhuvanam kimadharo dhata trijatu kimupadana iti cha dushto hatadhiyaha ajanmano lokaha kimavayavavantopi jagatam adhishataram kim bhavavidhiranadritya bhavati vakurya bhuvana jananekha parikaro yato mandastvam prat Traisankyam yoga pashupatimatam vaishnavamiti prabhine prasthane paramidamadah patyamiti cha Kujukutilana patajusham gamyas Mahoksha khatvangam parashurajinam bhasma paninaha kapalam chetiyat tava varada tantropakaranam tam tam ridhim nahi swatma ramam Dhruvam kaschit sarvam sakalam aparastva dhruvamidam paro dravya dravye jagati karti vyasta vishaye puramatanate vesmitaiva stubhanje premitva Tavaishvariyamiyatna yaduparivirinchir hariradha parichetumiyata analamanalaskandhavapusha sradha vyam girishayat swayam tasthe tabhyam ayatnada padya tribhuvanam vera vyatikaram dashashyo yadbahu abritarana kandu paravasha sirapadma sreni rachita charanam bhoru habale amushya tvatseva samarhigata saram pujavanam balat kailasepi Twadadivasatav vikramayatah Tale Pratishtha Yadridihim sutram no Varada paramochairapisati Arhashchakre bana Parijana vidheya tribhuvana Nakasya unatye Akhanda brahmanda Kshayachakita deva surakripa Vidheyasya siddhya Trinayana vishamsam ritavataha Asidhartanaiva Kvachidapi sadeva suranare Nevartante nityam Jagati jaino yasya vishikha Mahipadagata Vrajati sahasa samshaya padam Padam Vishnur Brahmyar Bhuja parigharugna grahaganam Vyadvyapitara Ganagunita Penorgamaruchi Pravaho Varamya Prashatalaghutrishta Shirasite Karam Kyanene Poneyam Ratakshoniyanta Shatadritiraghendra Dhanuratho Ratange Chandraukau Ratacharana Pani Sharaiti Koyam Videye Kredancho Hariste sahasram Kamala balimadhaya padayor Yadeko netasmin Nijamudaharan netra kamalam Gato bhaktyudrekaha Kratau sukte jagrat Tvamasi palayoge kratumatam Kwa karma pradvastam Phalati purusharadhanamrite Kriya daksho daksha Kratupatiradishastanubhritam Rishina Martvityam Sharanadasadasya Suraganaha Prajanatham Natha Prasabhamabhikam Swam Duhitaram Gatamurohid Putam Riramai Chamresya Javapusha Dhanushpaniryatam Trakritamamom Trasantam Tedyapi Swaladanya Shamsa Dritadhanushamahnayatrinavat Puraplushtam Vrishva Puramatana Pushpa Yudhamapi Yadistrainam Shmashaneshva Krida Smarahara Pishacha Sahacharas Chitabhasma Lepa Trigapindrikaroti Parikaraha Famakilam Mana pratyakshite savidhamavadhaya tammarutaha prahrutyaro romana pramada salilot sangita drishaha Tvamarkas tvam somas Tvamasi pavanas tvam hutavahas Tvamapas tvam vyoma Tvamudharanirahatma tvamiticha Trayim tetra vritte Tribhuvanamato trena pisura Nakara dhyarvarne Tribhira biradhatirna vikriti Turiyam Bhava Sharvo Rudra Pashupatirato Sahamaha Statha Bhimeshana Vitiyadabhidhana Shtakamidam Yekam Namo Nedishaya Priyadavadavishaya Chanamo Namakshudishaya Smarahara Chanama बहलोज से विश्वोत्पत्ता भवाय नमो नमः प्रबलतम से तत्संहारे हराय नमो नमः परिणति चेत क्लेशवश्यं क्वचेदं क्वचतव गुणसीमो लंघिने शश्वदृढि असित गिरिसमंस्य कज्जलं सिंधु पात्रे सुरतरुवर्षाख लेखनी पत्रमुर्वी शारदा सर्वकालम् असुर सुरमुनीन्द्रे अर्चितस्येन्दुमौले ग्रथित गुणमहिम्नो निर्गुणस्येश्वरस्य पुष्पदन्त वेदानो अहरहर नभद्यं भुर्जते स्तोत्रमेतत् पतति परमभक्त्या शुद्धचित्ता पुमान्यः रुद्रतुल्यस्तत्र दीक्षा दानं तपस्तीर्थं योगयागादिकाक्रियः असमाप्तमिदं स्तोत्रं पुण्यं गन्धर्वभाषितम् महेशान परो देवो महिम्ना न परस्तुते नास्ति तत्त्वं गुरो परम् कुसुमर्शन नाम सर्वगन्धर्वराजः शिशुषधरमौले देवदेवस्य दासः सुरवरमुनिपूज्यं स्वर्गमोक्षैकहेतुं पतति हरिमनुष्यः प्राञ्जलिर्नान्यच्छेतः पुष्पदन्तप्रणीतं त्रिपुष्पदन्तमुखपङ्कजनिर्गतेन स्तोत्रेण किल्बिषहरेण हरप्रियेण इत्येष वान्मयी पूजा श्रीमच्छङ्करपादयोः यदक्षरं परं भ्रष्टं मात्रहीनं च यद्भवेत् ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेव वशिष्यते. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Ratne kalpitamasanam himajale snanam cha divyam param nana ratna vibhushitam mrigamada moda khitam chandanam jate champaka bilva patra rachitam pushpam cha dhupam tatha Deepam devadaya nitye pashupate ritkal pitam dhruyatam sauvarne navaratna khandarachite patre gritam payusam bhaksham panchapidham payodadhyutam rambha phalam panikam Shakanamayutam jalam ruchikaram karpurakhandojwalam tambolam manasamaya virachitam bhaktya prabhu svikuru chatram chamarayor yugam vyajanakam nirmalam vina bheri Hallakala Gitam Chandrityam Tatha Sashtangam Pranate Tutera Bahuvidha Samarpitam Tava Vibho Pujam Grahana Prabho Atma Tvam Girija Mate sahachara prana shariram graham pujate vishayopabhogarachana nidra samadhisthite. Shambhu Tavaradha Vihitam Vihitam Va Sarvameta Shamasva Jaya Jaya Karunabhe Sri Mahadeva Shambhu. Guru Deva Hamara Pyara Hey Jeevan ko Adhara Guru Deva ki hai अपार शक्ति जीवन को है मिलते स्फुरते मिटे मैल सब मन के पार है जीवन कुवधर ऊने को अपना जीवन जानो, तन मन धन सब उनको मानो, वो ही लगावे पार। गुरुदेव हमारा प्यारा, नित्यानंद चरण जो जावे, बोध उजाला सोहे पावे, मुक्त होता है निराधारा है तू अठारा। गुरुदेव हमारा प्यारा, मुक्तानंद कहे सब श्री गुरुदेव नाम नित गाओ, ओहो भव भय से पार, है जीवन तू अठारा। है जीवन तू अठारा। गुरुदेव हमारा प्यारा, है जीवन को आधारा। हरे राम हरे राम राम Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And now we meditate in the silence. Namaskar everyone and welcome back. Hope that the meditation was nourishing for you. And I'm sure you'll appreciate that when you go to bed after this, it is so much different. After this experience, your evening is always different. That has always been my experience. So I'm glad that you could have made it this evening to be with us. And those of you on the internet, always a joy to see and have your participation. So thank you so much for joining us. And when I look here, I look at the Zoom people, but those of you who looked at Facebook, and very happy to have you as well. So those of you who are here, our shops are open and our cafe are for your convenience and for your comfort. And we look forward to your participation tomorrow online or in person for chanting of the Sri Guru Gita, our morning meditation, and my talk on Sunday. So have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you. Namaskar.